quite a while. The NBA regular season has been wrapped up now, and it is all set for playoff action. NHL, just a few more days of regular season, but I'll get you all caught up there. Plus, once a hated college basketball player gets a massive NBA extension. All that next on your 10-minute sports report.
Did we just see anything we just saw?
Hello, everyone, and welcome. This is your 10-minute sports report that may get re-nicknamed the sports report, as I am never within 10 minutes now. However, over the playoffs, because I do them more frequently, because of the frequent turnover of the games, they might be closer to 10 minutes. But I'm just going to jump right in. We ain't messing around today. It's good to be back. Got a vacation. Got in late last week. Then other stuff happened, and I was like, you know what? We're just going to give it until Monday. The NBA is going to be wrapped up. It's going to be a great kind of just transition point. And with that being said, I'll select this transition number 5, and we'll begin. All righty, everybody. NBA regular season done. Finite. Over. However, whatever other words you can say to mean done, that is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Eastern Conference, here is how the final standings play out. The best team in all of basketball, the Boston Celtics, finished 14 games ahead of the New York Knicks. A lot of these seedings actually came down to yesterday. Yesterday being Sunday was the last day of the regular season. Boston Celtics enter the playoffs as the unchallenged number 1 seed, unchallenged best team, best record in the NBA. They finished 14 games ahead of the New York Knicks, who entered the NBA playoffs on a 5-game winning streak. The Milwaukee Bucks finished third. They went 3-7 down the stretch. Giannis is not expected to be back for the first round of the playoffs, so the Bucks might be in trouble. The Cavs finished 4-6 in the last 10. They are the 4th seed. They will take on the Orlando Magic, who are the 5th seed, 5-5 in their last 10. The Indiana Pacers went 7-3 down the stretch. They will take on the Bucks. So those are the matchups we know. The Bucks, Pacers, Magic, Cavs. That's what we know. What we don't know is who the 1s and 2 seeds will face. Wow, those words got stuck. Because the Philadelphia 76ers won 8 straight games to finish the regular season. They finished 8-2 on the year. Joel Embiid came back with a show of force, and when him and Tyrese Maxey are on the floor together, their winning percentage is that better than the Boston Celtics. That's just how good they are. They will face the Miami Heat in a play-in game. The winner of that will get the 7th seed, and meaning they will take on the Knicks in the first round. The loser of the Sixers Heat, which will be played in Wells Fargo in Philadelphia, will take on the winner of the Bulls Hawks, 9-10 seed. The loser goes home and they're done. The winner of the 9-10 will take on the loser of 7-8. And then the winner of that game, the second playing game, will take on the number 1 seed Boston Celtics. So once you get past the play-in, then you got to take on the dreaded Celtics. Let's go out west. How it finished out west was, it came down to the last day. The Oklahoma City Thunder went from out of the playoffs last year to the number 1 seed this year. They enter the playoffs going 7-3 in their last 10 on a 5-game winning streak. They technically tied with the Denver Nuggets for the top seed. They were both 57-25, but the Denver Nuggets, the Oklahoma City Thunder held the tiebreaker for whatever reason. Maybe it's slightly better in conference. Maybe it was head-to-head. Not too sure. Don't really care. Okay, so number 1, 2, they're waiting for the play-in, which I'll get to in just a minute. The 3 seed Minnesota Timberwolves finish 1 game back. They will take on the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns avoided the play-in by the Lakers beating the Pelicans yesterday on the last day of the regular season. The LA Clippers are the 4 seed. They finished 6 games back. They lost their last 3 games in the regular season. We'll take on the number 5 seed Dallas Mavericks, who lost their last 2 games, 7-3 in their last 10 during the regular season. So the Suns won their last game in the 6th seed. The Pelicans lost their last game during the regular season, so they slipped to 7th seed, and they will play the team that just mollywopped them yesterday to make them fall to that 7th seed, and that would be the Los Angeles Lakers and LeBron James. 7-8, winner of 7-8 gets the 7th seed, has to play the Nuggets. Nuggets, probably one of the best teams in the NBA. I would vote on them. Yes, they were the 2 seed, but they were probably the best second half team outside of maybe the New York Knicks in terms of all of basketball. So that's who will be the winner of the 7-8 playing game will play. The loser will take on the winner of the Sacramento Kings and the Golden State Warriors. They both finished 11 games back, but again, the Kings held the tiebreaker. So Steph Curry will either go from play-in or out, and that will be immediate. That will be decided. So the winner of Kings Warriors will take on the loser of Pelicans Lakers, and they get the very young and very talented Oklahoma City Thunder, led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He averaged over 30 points. He averaged over 6 assists a game and over 1.5 steals per game. He was sensational. I should note that the national championship winner UConn technically had an older team than the Oklahoma City Thunder on average, which is crazy to me. Alrighty, so we know the matchups, or at least we know 3, 4, and 5 and 6 who they're all going to match up against. But in terms of the play-in schedule, here's how it looks like. Tonight, Tuesday, the 16th of April, the Lakers, Pelicans play 7:30 TNT. Golden State, Sacramento play 10 p.m. TNT tomorrow. And that will be decided. So that's 9-10, 7-8. Okay? Tomorrow will be the Eastern Conference play, and it will be Miami, Philadelphia, 7 p.m. ESPN, Atlanta, Chicago, 9:30 on ESPN. And then Friday will be the second, will be both the second play-in game, which will be the times aren't announced yet. I don't know what I'm doing. I am just faking it until I make it, and it's not going so well, everybody. Alrighty, the Phoenix Suns, though, they are that 6th seed. Well, they got there impartially because of Grayson Allen, one of the more hated college basketball players in recent memory. Grayson Allen, who went to Duke, just signed a 4-year, $70 million extension with the Suns. He shot an NBA best 46.1% from three-pointers this season. He is 28 years old. He started 73 games where he averaged 13.5 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds in 33.5 minutes. So he is a big part of their success, and he will be a key cog in their playoff run if they were to make one. Alrighty, I'm going to finish pretty close to at least 15 minutes. I'm getting closer to 10. Hockey, let's pay attention to that. I'm not getting you caught up with scores. Don't really care. I'm going to do standings. Some things are left yet, other things are not. Let's just get right down to it. Eastern Conference, Boston Bruins, Florida Panthers, Toronto Maple Leafs, Tampa Bay Lightning have all clinched a playoff berth. They are all in. Bruins, 109 points, 108 points are the Panthers, 102 points are the Leafs. The Lightning, who are the first wild card and have clinched a playoff berth, have 96. The Detroit Red Wings, with 87 points, are still technically in contention. Metropolitan, the Rangers and the Hurricanes have clinched with 112 and 111 respectively. The Islanders, Capitals, Flyers, Penguins are all in it still with 90, 87, 86 points respectively. The hottest team out of all of the teams in the Eastern Conference I just mentioned are the Carolina Hurricane, 8-2 in their last 10, won 5 games straight. The Devils, Blue Jackets, Canadiens, Senators, and Sabres all been eliminated from the playoffs. Let's go out west. In the Western Conference Central, it is sewn up, it is done, it is over. All the teams are accounted for actually in both Western Conference divisions. Stars, Jets, Avalanche, 111, 106, 105, respectively. Since the Avalanche's hot off the trade deadline start, they are 3-5-2 on a 2-game losing streak. Winnipeg Jets are 6-3-1. All of those 6 have come straight. One have won 6 straight games. The Nashville Predators have also clinched up a wild card spot. The Blues, the Wilds, the Coyotes, Blackhawks all been eliminated. In the Pacific, Canucks, Oilers, Kings, Knights. That's who's in the Pacific. Sharks, Ducks, Kraken, Flames, all eliminated. 107, Vancouver leads it, followed by 102, Oilers, Kings 97, Vegas 96. Now, again, this goes until the 18th. So there are 3 more days of hockey for the seedings to be arranged. So they're not quite at the NBA's yet where I can give you the playoff matchups. Of everyone in the Western Conference, the hottest team are the Winnipeg Jets, 6-3-1, 6 straight games. Dallas Stars are 8-2. But let's look at the wild card just really quick, and I'll give you how that goes. So the winner from each division, one plays the first wild card, one plays the second. So Bruins right now would play the Capitals, who are the second wild card. The Rangers, who have 112 points, which I think is best in all of hockey, would play, the Rangers would play the Capitals because your best team plays your worst team, quote unquote. And then the Lightning, who are the first wild card, who have already clinched a playoff berth, would play the Bruins. And then it goes, I would assume the Panthers would play, the Leafs would play the Islanders, Panthers would play the Hurricane. I assume that's how that goes. All right, but however, in the Eastern Conference, second wild card spot, with 87 points are the Washington Capitals, as I said, and the Detroit Red Wings, and the Philadelphia Flyers, and 1 point back of that with 86 are the Pittsburgh Penguins. So there's a lot to do. There are 4 teams jockeying for that final spot. No one's going to catch the Lightning. It's done. It's over. Lightning get that first wild card spot, which means they're probably taking on the Boston Bruins. But if the Bruins lose, Panthers win, something like that happen, they're taking on the Panthers. That sort of deal. And I mean, technically, I think the Rangers can lose the number 1 overall seed. Right. Clinch playoff berth. Yeah. So that's pretty much that. Let's flip over to the West. Dallas Stars, Winnipeg Jets. Right now, the Stars are the best team in the Western Conference, so they will take on, well, there's only 2 wildcard teams. It's the Predators and the Vegas Golden Knights. The Predators have 96. The Predators have 99. The Golden Knights have 96. As it stands right now, the Stars would take on the Knights. The Predators would take on the Canucks. And then it would be Jets, Oilers, Kings, Avalanche. I'm like 99%. That's how that works. That's how it should work. If it doesn't work like that, hockey's dumb, and I'm going to stop covering it. So also correct me if I'm wrong. Comment down below. Comment question of the day. Did you miss me while I was gone? Did you miss the sports report while I was gone? So that's how it should work. However, so the Stars, they've clinched the division. They've already wrapped that up. So it's just between the Avalanche Jets fighting out that second seed. The Canucks pretty much have the Pacific locked up. They have 107. The Oilers have 102. Kings have 97. That's, in my mind, that's pretty much locked up either way. So it's pretty much, and then the wild card is separated by 3 points, which could flip in either direction. So that's pretty much that. Alrighty, thank you everyone for being here. Here's the deal. I'm going to try to now go to every other day now that the NBA playoffs began and the NHL is going to get into playoffs, because they're pretty much on an every other day schedule for these best of 7, best of 5 series that they go. So I will try to talk to you y'all Wednesday. It gets a little hectic, but I'm going to have fun with it. I do like playoff time and covering playoffs, but that's it. Again, did you miss me while I was gone? Thank you everyone who commented Go Bills. I did end up winning that game finally. It was a close one. Go follow us on Instagram at 4th and 1 Podcast. All the words are spelled out, 4th and 1 Podcast. So go check that out. I'm coming on 15 minutes. This is good for me. I promise I'm going to try to pack it in, but that will do it for today's rendition of the Sports Report. Until next time, know God loves you. I will pray God bless you. Please bless me with some prayers as well. Wash those hands, you filthy animals. I'll see you later.